So good day everyone, and we are the group 6, and we've been tasked with working on the LMS1 program. So I am Christine A. Calvo, and together with me are my group mates, Mark Anthony Ballar, Daniel Dave Lulong, Christopher Pulinar, Amil Aligno, and Ryan Reganan. So let's start. So for my part, I'll be demonstrating to you the create class button on how it works. So the events action performed. Okay. So this for these codes, um, this is for the text field values. So these values, text values from JText field 5, JText field 5, and the JText field 3. So and assign them to the class name and the section variables. So next, so for these codes, it checks for a empty fields. So if any of the specified text fields are empty, so it displays a message using the J option pane message. So next is this default table model. So this table model setup, it retrieves the table model from the JTable 1. So next is for this one. So these codes, it checks for existing class and section. So it initialize variables to check if the class and the section are already exist in the table. So uh, next is the loop. So this loop through existing rows. So these existing rows in a table to check if there is already an class with the same section and name. Next is this one. So this one, it checks for um, duplicate entry. So if if a matching class and the section are found from class exists and section table exists, and it breaks out the loop. The next one is the else if statement. So it displays a warning for a duplicate entry. So if there is a duplicate entry, it displays a message again using the J option pane. And the last one is this code. So this one is the adding class to the table. So if there is no duplicate entry sa formats sa student ID, it displays a successful message and it adds the class to the details to the table. So that's it. So next.
Good day. Naka-share na? for me is delete table. Kini is mo ni siya ang object table. Kaning table model that remove row. I-delete niya imong giselect na ay mo i-remove niya nga imong giselect. If successful imong gi-delete, mo pop ni siya ang successful delete. Yes. Then if jtable that get row is less than 0, kung ang row count kay less than 0, is mo execute siya og table is empty mo ni siya. Ang dili dayon is pag dagan giselect or why giselect, mo message ani siya is please select row for delete. Kailangan mag-select pa ka, aya din siya mo mag-select pa ka, aya siya mo execute. So mao lang.
Hello, madunggan ko. So, in my part, which is the create new student, mainly in mainly in the function of the button create student. So, first is here. This is uh, this is the code that I will going to explain now. So, first is if this text field have been input with no value, it will show a message dialog which is fill up of fields. Then if this if this if this condition doesn't met, it goes to the else and get the value of the jtext field one and put it into the string email and declare an object which is called table model, and declare another variable which is integer row count and boolean email assist, and the value is false. So for this loop, the use of this loop is when when the use of this loop is checking if there is a same email in the table. If there is a same email in the table, the email exists that been declared in here, we're going to through the value and it break. So if the email exist value is true, and it will going to print this message, which is email is already exist. But if the email exist is equals to false, it will going to this statement and store all the data that you have been input in the jtext field and the jcombo box value that you've been selected, and create a new row and show a message that is successfully added and clear all the jtext field clear all the jtext field. That's all.
So it's my turn now. I've been assigned to create the assign to class system. So first, we will explain the function of this table. Go to mouse and mouse click. As soon as I click this table, these codes will be executed. Now first, the table model will be called and the value will be scanned. The value of this JTable will be scanned, and then this code will scan the selected row, the row that I select in that table, and then this code will transform this code will and this value of the selected row will be transferred into JText field 9, which is this. So as soon as I click the selected row, as soon as I click any row, it will transfer in this JText field 9. Now then, the function of this checkbox, let's go to mouse and mouse click. As soon as I click the Gcomo box, Gcomo box, this is Gcomo box. As soon as I click the Gcomo box, first it will remove all of the items in the Gcomo box, and then call the JTable1, this in the JFrame1. This code will call the JTable1 in this JFrame1, and then this code will get the row count of that table in, of the row count of JTable1, and then this will scan the or I mean this will get the value this code will get the value of the row of this class name column, all of the row in this class name column, and all of the row in this section column. So, and the row that I get, the value that I get in column 1 will be named column 1 value, and the column 3 will be named column 3 value. And then we will combine them using this code and put a separator in the middle. Then this value will be transferred into the combo box 1 in this. Now then, it's done. We need to I need to demonstrate this function of this assign button. So as soon as I click the assign button, all the code will be executed. And then if the gtext field is empty, which is this code will be executed. That's this code will be executed. The option pane will pop up that says please select a student from table or fill up the blank. Or else if the gtext field line is not empty, this code will be executed. This code down here will be executed. So it will first this code will get the value of the selected item in the Gcombo box 1, and then split the value that split the selected value, turn them into array with a regex this this regex with using this split code, and then the value of Gcombo box, the selected item, will turn into array. So what this means is that the column 1 value will be placed in index 0, and the column 3 value, which is this, will be placed in index 1. So Let's go back. And then this will get the value of jtext field 9, which is this. And then call the jtable 10 and get the row count of that table, the jtable 10. And then create the boolean name already enrolled, which is false. It will be used later. And then this code right here, will scan the value of this column, all of the row of this student ID column, and all of the row in this class name column. It will scan. So if and this code will check if there is already enrolled, if the student that is placed in this row is already enrolled in that class, then the already enrolled boolean will be turned into true and break. Let's break. So if this code right there, so if the already enrolled is true, the option pane will pop up that says student is already enrolled in this class. Else, if the already enrolled boolean is false, then it will execute this code. So first, ano siyang the value, the selected row in the table 10 will be scanned, or this code will get the value of the selected row, and then if there's no selected row, which is -1, the option pane will pop up that says please select a row from the table. Else, if there's a row selected, this code will be executed. So first, this code will get the value of all of the row in this class name column. And then if the column 5 is empty, if the column 5 and column 6 is empty in that row, this is column 5 and column 6, it will set the value of column 5 and column 6. This means that the value of this selected item in this gcombo box 1 will be transferred in this class name and section column. So in the column 5, the transferred value will be split values index 0, which is the column 1 value of the gcombo box 1. And then this will be the transfer will be split values index 1 will be the value 3 column in the gcombo box 1. So then if this is done, the text field will be emptied. Else, if the column 5 is not empty, this code will be executed. First, we will get the value of the columns in this table, all of the columns in this table. And then call it up. We will get the value of selected row The we will get this code will get the value of the selected row, and then this code right here will update. I this code right here will change the value of column 5 and column 6. So in this column 5, the values will be changed into split value 0, which means the split value index 0, which means the column 5 will change into the value of column 5 will change into the value of checkbox na column 1 value. Uh, the same happens in this code, except that the change will be split values index 1, and it will be changed in column 6, so that it will add this code will add all the raw data, this this data, raw data, this and this, into a table. So it will create a raw data with with an transferred value in this decombo box 1, and then the dtext field will be empty. So that's all. Next.
Okay, hello. So, on my part, I will be explaining the action or function of this delete button. So, let's proceed to the source code. So, firstly, we create we created an object called TBL model so that we could get the values or data from JTable 10, which is this table right here from JFrame 3. So, then after that, we used if-else conditions to perform the deletion or removal of the selected row count. So the first condition is if the selected row count is greater than 0, then it will perform this code, which is the removal or deletion of the selected row from the table, then prompting a message saying deleted successfully. But then if this condition has not been met, then it will jump into this else statement, which consists of another if else conditions. So the condition here is if the selected row count is equal to 0 or no row has been selected from the table, then it will prompt this G option pane message saying please select a row. And lastly, if the table from JFrame 3 has no data or no values in it, then it will just prompt a message saying table's empty. So that's all the function of this delete button.
Good afternoon, everyone. So for my part, I will going to run the entire program and also um, explain and elaborate my demonstrate my task, which is the filter function. So first, we will going to uh, run our program, and then let's enter some data for us to operate our filter function. Yan, maghintay lang tayo ng kaunti. Yan. So, this is our JFrame 1. So, first, we're going to create our new class. So, for example, I will going to create a class name which is Appdevt, dev, and then section 2B, uh, tab 2, and then structure, uh, and then subject 107 or 109. Yeah. So our class is created successfully, and then let's create another one for us to perform our filter function. Subject. Okay. Our second class is created successfully, and then let's create last one. Uh, and then to six structure, and then subject one. Okay. So after we created our new class, let's proceed to our to create our new student. So let's just click this button, and we're going to proceed to create a new student. So for example, I will going to uh, enter a student name, Ryan. This is my name. Let's just say Ryan Ganan, and then my address, Baloy, and then create student. And our student is created successfully. So what if we're not going to put any data in the GTX fields? So what will happen? So this is already explained uh, by my group mates. So if we click this create student without any data, so it will prompt the fill up all fields. And then let's put another student. It's just an example. And okay, and then let's assign the first student, which is a student has 001 ID, and then let's assign to a class. So we have our three classes. It's the Appdev, GC, and the Puppet. Listen to the Puppet, and then assign. Then let's create another one, and then assign. And then after that, we're going to assign same student with with another class. So as you can see here, Lulong is already enrolled with Patit subject, and then let's assign uh, another another class or another subject to him. And let's enroll GC. Okay. After assigning the after the assigning of classes, let's proceed to the filter student. So I'm sorry guys, my connection is lost. Mr. Emil, can kindly please show the JT the frame J frame 4 so that I can explain it. I My laptop doesn't have a
Okay, okay.
connection.
Do I need to run it?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, just proceed to the filter.
Okay.
So so in the filter function, so if you click the search so the search bar or the GTX field 2, so and then click the event, click event,
Ah, okay.
click events, and then the the GTX field 2 K type.
Type. Oh, oh,
Ah, okay, so in that part, so the the GTX field 2 will going to paste the data from the table 4, G table 4. So so if what we if the if the user type the the class name, so for example ang ang ating estudyante ay ang ating user ay nag-click ng GEC. So kung ano yung nasa GTable na class name, yun din yung mag malalagay doon sa yung malalagay sa ating GTable 4. So halimbawa pag nag-search siya, kumbaga siya yung ma-priority na malagay doon sa ibabaw. So pagkahalimbawa naman yung pagkahalimbawa naman yung si Jampe ay mag mag type ng ibang class name. So yun naman yung ma-priority doon sa ating ating GTable4. So, diyan sa ang ating GTable4, ang ating class name ay nasa index 5. So, yun yung na malagay dun sa ating GTable4. So, ang ating pagka-sort ng ating mga data is naka ascending order siya. Which means na kung baga sa alphabet naka-alphabetical siya na pagka-arrange. So paano siya from lowest to highest. So kung wala namang kung sa ating GTX World to, kung wala kang mailagay na any data doon sa ating GTX World to, wala namang magpo-pop up na data doon sa ating GTable. So pagkahalimbawa tama yung pagkalagay ng data sa ating GTX Field 2. Halimbawa naglagay siya ng JC3. So kung ano yung mga estudyante na naka-enroll doon sa ating JC3, yun din yung mga estudyante na malagay sa ating JTable 4. So proceed naman tayo sa ating Prince list of students. So click lang yung event and then action perform. So diyan sa ating print of list of student. So mag simple lang magpi-print siya ng mga estudyante na naka-enroll doon sa ating class. So kung halimbawa na successful yung pagka-print niya, so maglagay lang siya ng printed successfully, at kung field naman ay maglagay rin siya ng field. So yun lang yung ang aking task. Thank you.
Mr. Emil, pwede mo bang iparan yung ating code?
Okay, okay. So if we run this,
Print list of student.
Okay.
Gamitin mo yung button.
Done.
At yun lang.
Thank you.
That's all, sir, and thank you.